first, our breaking weekend story takes us out of Spokane and into another part of eastern Washington where flooding has reached emergency levels. You're looking at pictures of the Okanogan River. Okanogan is one of 20 counties in eastern Washington under an emergency proclamation for flood threats over the next 7 days. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Ariana Lake. A bad situation could get much worse. The Office of Emergency Management says that depending on the weather, that water level could rise another 2 feet in the next week. We sent our hot camera to Okanogan this morning to check on residents as they work to stop the rising waters.
The American Legion Park in Okanogan, what you see behind me under all that water, it's supposed to be a parking lot. It joins a long list of farmland, basements, homes, bridges, falling victim to the rising water. It's a race against the river in Okanogan. Pumps are running.
It's getting bad.
Sandbags are being laid in the hundreds.
Been raising pretty fast every day, a couple feet.
But the river keeps coming as warm weather melts snowpack up in the mountains. Donald has seen cows, refrigerators, even a gazebo float past his home, which fortunately is on higher ground. But others haven't been so lucky.
We literally have waterfalls flowing in the basement right now.
Pumping it out, it's around-the-clock work for Melissa and her renters. The river, normally 10 feet down the dike, is now just a foot or two away.
So we have 4 pumps running right now. We have 2 electrical ones and 2 big gas-powered ones, and they're still kind of like barely keeping up.
Their basement has 5 feet of water in it right now, and for fear of home collapse and electricity concerns, they've slept in campers on their driveway since the flood began.
The waiting is, I'm done.
But even they find themselves fortunate. Down the block, volunteers and the Army Corps of Engineers are working late hours trying to raise a dike that's already giving. The river there right up against residences.
We're working on it for about 2 or 3 days now, just trying to keep up with the water.
Crystal's elderly mother-in-law had to evacuate her home of 20 years.
It's very scary. My mom was crying when she left. She didn't want to leave her house.
Better safe than sorry, though.
We're going. We're trying to save everybody.
And that's happening all throughout town. Okanogans are banding together, pitching in, helping out.
Neighbors, community coming together was pretty amazing.
And most importantly, staying positive.
Hey, we're gonna have beachfront property when it's all over. We got sandbags for days.
In Okanogan, I'm Hawk Hammer, KXLY 4 News.
Thanks so much, Hawk. We'll keep track of what's happening in Okanogan County and everywhere else affected by this flooding. But we want to make sure you know that there are resources available if you live in that area and need some help. We've been getting updates from the Okanogan County Emergency Management Office. The number on your screen right now is their Emergency Operations Center. You can call them with any questions. You can also look at their Facebook page for helpful info about Red Cross shelters, sandbag filling stations, and road closures. All you need to do is search Okanogan County Emergency Management.